What is up, Gooners and Goonettes? Once again, it is I, your favorite unemployed YouTuber, back again to talk about King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, as I know you're all dying for me to drop this episode. Today is going to be a little special. Today we're covering 4 albums. We got Quarters, Paper Mache Dream Balloon, Nodding on Infinity, and we got Flying Microtonal Banana. That's 4 albums we're going to be covering. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. So, let's dive right in and start talking about Quarters. Exclamation point. This album was actually really interesting. It's only 4 songs. Each song is 10 minutes and 10 seconds in length. Very cool concept. I enjoyed this quite a bit. First song is called The River, and this was a fairly simple track, I would say. I mean, like it's pretty easygoing. It flows pretty well. You know, it's the river, so I think that has something to do with it. And then around 4 minutes in, it gets into this really long instrumental section. Pretty good track. I'd say probably like an 8 out of 10. Then we have Infinite Rise. And this song immediately starts with this like riser effect. Kind of crazy, right? Infinite Rise. So it's a good song. A bit simpler than The River, actually. There are like no instrumental like breaks at all. It's like all like 2-word lines. So it just kind of, this one like feels a little bit longer, and then you have like about like the last minute and a half where it then goes into like that riser effect again. And then some very weird, very strange ambient like effects that I wasn't a fan of. This kind of brought that honestly brought the song down a little bit, and so like, this one's like probably like a 6 out of 10. Third song is God is in the Rhythm. I actually liked this song a lot. This is probably my favorite on the album. The guitar is really cool in here. It's a lot better than Infinite Rise and River. This is like an 8.5 out of 10, maybe 9. This is a great song. The lyrics are really cool. A Lonely Steel Sheet Flyer. This is another pretty interesting song, I think. This is kind of where I start to get sick of the reverb that is really prevalent in this album. Not awesome. But I do like the vocals a lot here, and I think the vocals kind of carry this song. I think my ranking here is gonna go God is in the Rhythm at number 1, then The River, then Lonely Steel Sheet Flyer, and then Infinite Rise. Overall, solid album. I think, you know, concept wise and execution wise, I think this is a pretty good album. I think I'd recommend this album to people if you're not trying to get anything kind of too crazy. This is like a 7 out of 10 album. Next up, we have Paper Mache Dream Balloon. Okay, I wasn't really sure how this album was gonna sound. This album was amazing. Oh my god, this album was phenomenal. First track is Sense. This is like a nice slow acoustic track. Great. Then you have Bone. This is like a higher energy song, but still like pretty light and easy. And the flute on this song is fantastic. It's wonderful. Third song is Dirt. This is another great song, one of the best lyrics wise. 8 out of 10 song for sure. Then the title track, Paper Mache Dream Balloon. This is a song that starts pretty slow, and then the tempo starts to really increase around 40 seconds. Wonderful. It's a great song. 9 out of 10. The song is amazing. Trapdoor kind of switches things up again, and we get a little bit those like repetitive vocals, which I am starting to enjoy more. I think now that they actually figured out how to do it well. This song feels pretty tense, meant to like kind of have you on edge a little bit, I think. The flute work is once again phenomenal on this song, and then we return back to like regular vocals again. It's Cold Cadaver. This song, I don't think I understood this one too well. This was pretty good though, enjoyable. I didn't really expect this song called Cold Cadaver to sound so like upbeat, but it's really good. It's really good. Bitter Boogie. This is a great song. I love the way the tone shifts here and how strong the piano and harmonica is. The next song is NGRI Bloodstain. This is a really strong song that opens up with harmonica and piano. This is another 9 out of 10. I think this song was great. Then we have Time Equals Fate. This suddenly goes back to like a more of like a laid back sound, and I think it's still pretty good. And then we have Time Equals Money. This is a great song that I think resonates with me quite well because I have time and no money. One of my favorite lyrics is, "It sounds funny to give me so much time and no money nearby." That's a great lyric. Most of what I like, I don't have any notes here except amazing song. Fantastic. Last song is Paper Mache. Oh my god, this song was so good. I love the flute here. It's fantastic. No lyrics, absolute just fire flute work. And then the ending is really weird with like weird like computer static and like a weird echoey fart noise. I don't know why they did that. Really good song though, despite that ending. This album is really good. I think probably the easiest one to listen to out of everything we've covered so far. and it's really good. There's a deep sadness to this album, I think, despite how light, upbeat, and like free flowing it sounds. This is great. This is an easy 9 out of 10. This one is probably going to be the highest rated album so far. I loved this album. Oh my god. Next we have the GOAT. Nodding on Infinity. This is the GOAT. I love this one. So good. The only other Giz album that I own on vinyl. So the whole like kind of gimmick of this album is that it repeats itself. It like loops in on itself, so that you can listen to it like infinitely. So I had to listen to it back to back. It's so great. The first song, Robot Stop, is so good. It's such a strong opening. The guitar work is amazing. This is a 10 out of 10 song. I love this song. Then you have Big Fig Wasp, and that's another fantastic song too, and it just flows perfectly into Big Fig Wasp, and then we return back to the verse on Robot Stop, and then but it manages to change up the song at the end, really like get ready for the next track. It's great. And then we have Gamma Knife, goes right into Gamma Knife. This is a great song. This kind of slows down a little bit as it transitions into People Vultures. This is a really cool song. Slow intro, and then it just kind of jumps back into that upbeat fast sound, and it's so fire. The guitar kicks ass in the song. It's great. And then we slow back down again for Mr. Beat. Now, Mr. Beat, this is probably actually like one of the most fire tracks on the album, despite being like a slower track. It's so good. So good. So good. So good. This one, and then it ends a little like ominously to lead into the next song, which is kind of fitting. Evil Death Roll. This is a crazy song. This is long. It's 7 minutes comparatively to everything else, which is like 3.5, 4 minutes, I think. Pretty good, but I think this is the one that I start to get a little sick of comparatively to the rest, and I think that's not necessarily a bad thing. Invisible Face is the next song. That's a banger. It's fire. So great. Throughout the album, we have some really, really interesting and weird vocals and lyrics, and they're really great. Like if you really like listen to it. They're just like weird enough that I think you can really, really enjoy it. And then you have Wawa, which is also a fire song, pretty good. And then it ends with Road Train, which like starts slow, and then it like slowly picks back up again as it like gets ready to loop back in. Yeah, and then you just go right back into Robot Stop, and the cycle repeats itself again. So Nodding on Infinity gets a solid 9 out of 10. This is so good. Although I think I might put Paper Mache Dream Balloon over this one. I can't lie. Like, I love Nodding On, but Paper Mache Dream Balloon was so good. Then we have our fourth album, which is Flying Microtonal Banana. So this album is really crazy. I didn't really know what microtones were, so I had to look it up. So it's really, really cool the way it works. It's like the Flying Microtonal Banana is basically this guitar. So it's like the Flying V, but it's like yellow and it looks like a banana, so it's called the Flying Banana. And then they modded the guitar apparently to work in microtones, and then they used it for the album, which is what one of my friends told me is how this works. And it was really cool. A really great album. So the first song is Rattlesnake. This is such a good song. So cool. I love this song. I've heard a couple live renditions of it on YouTube. Really good. Easy 8 out of 10. Next song is Melting. Really awesome drum intro. And then it just goes right into it. Interesting lyric is Thawing Ices Worse Than Isis. Still a pretty good song. Then we have Open Water, which has another great drum intro. And then it throughout the whole song it just kind of has like this ominous vibe, which I really liked. And then we go into Sleep Drifter. This is a really good song. Sleep Drifter is so good. Another song that's just kind of about sleep drifting, Then we have Billabong Valley. This song was interesting. This is like if they actually like executed the Western idea good. Like if it was good. That's all I got to say. Like it's a good song. Oh, it's gonna be like the Western music and I'm not gonna like it. And then it was good. Anoxia, this is a fire track. This is a great song. I listen to my car like all the time now. It's great. Doom City is another song that's like really interesting. The effects work really well with the song, although I think it might be my least favorite song on the album. But I think for what it is, it's done well. Nuclear Fusion is another very interesting song with really cool lyrics talking about physics, I guess, and like existentialism, sort of. Just kind of like how we're all atoms and shit. There's like a second like layer of vocals behind it, which sounds like a little fried almost. It really adds like a cool and interesting layer to the vocals. It just adds a little more depth to it, which I think is really cool. The last song is Flying Microtonal Banana. This song is 2.5 minutes of complete instrumentals, no vocals. Really cool. Some really awesome instrument work. A lot of like different instruments from different countries. It sounds awesome. This is a highly recommend listen, album wise and song wise specifically. Really cool album. This album is gonna get like a 7.5, maybe. I think good album. So yeah, let's go ahead and rank these. As I said that I was going to put Oddments above 12 Bar Brews, so let me just do that real quick. There we go. So we'll start with Quarters right here. I believe I gave this one an 8 out of 10. I'm going to bring this to A tier. Yes, we'll do that right now. That seems like a good ranking for Quarters. And then what we'll do is we'll put Paper Mache Dream Balloon here in S tier. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring Mind Fuzz down to high A tier. This is a great album still. And then we've got Nottingham. Nottingham is an easy S tier. This album is the go. I love it so much. And then we've got My Eternal Banana, and I think this is going to be another A tier album. We'll put it right about here. So I think this is pretty good so far. What we've got going on here, looking good. So next time we're gonna cover Murder of the Universe, Sketches of Brunswick East, and Polygon Wonderland. I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to this next episode. So next episode we'll be back down to 3 albums again instead of the 4 we did this time. So this should be fun. Should be cool. So stay tuned for that one. Probably be coming out sometime next week. Yeah. So leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you didn't like it anyway. So yeah. Bye.